It's Monday. It's Monday. Woo. Yeah, like I don't care, think about the way. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a room. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Well, it is Motivational Moments with Marissa. This is Monday. Can you believe we are already in October? My gosh. And what a season it has been for me. And so on the Own It platform, October is really focusing on this. The seasons have changed. We have now went through summer. Now we're entering into the fall, and the seasons have changed. It is time to shift. We vacation. Now it's time to shift. And this time of the year, normally what I do is a practice that I always do is I really start to reflect on the year and start projecting into the coming year. And so um, it's your life, own it, even though even though we make plans for work, we make plans for our business, we make plans. It is so important for you to make plans for yourself. A lot of people are using the term legacy. They're looking at identity, purpose, fulfillment, and all of that. And it really, all fulfillment comes from when you are planning your life, when you're planning the things that really matter to you. I know for me, in order for me to get into proper alignment for where I am today, I had to find out what really drives me, what really, makes me tick, ticks me off. Where is my passion? And in that lies your legacy work. In that lies your not just legacy, but it's how you live each and every day, right? It's how you feel each and every day with your life and your life's purpose, and also your own personal identity. So it's your life, own it means take really, to capture who you are, to grasp all of that in its totality. So that every day you live life on purpose, filled with passion. Because if I could share with you the past 2 months, all of August, I was sick in different waves of not feeling well. So that month got away from me. Right? I looked up and I said, "Oh my God, it is already, September." And then we had, there's a lot of infrastructure. I just want to let you know, those who follow me, those who are connected to me, I am, if you can see my backdrop, I am back in the US. I'm here until the end of the year. I'm going to spend some time with my daughters and family members. But I tell you what, next year I will not be here. You all got to come to the Dominican Republic. But I'm doing this year just so that my family gets a chance to spend time with me during the holiday season. But I say this to say, trying to get set up, getting prepared to leave from the Dominican Republic to come back. I ordered technology to be sent ahead of me so that I would not have any of the challenges I'm actually facing right now. And also so that I could just be prepared. I like to be prepared, etc. And that's going to bring me to the point that I want to make today. And so September, we have a lot of infrastructure going on in Dominican Republic. So I had power outages. So that was a delay with me for my business and being on point with the things that I really wanted to accomplish. Then we had the hurricane, and that was challenging. And that's what brings me to the point today of what I want to share with you to inspire you in regards to just getting in alignment and how life just always throws something your direction is to have fluidity. You have to be fluid, and you have to know the things that you can control, and learning how to rest in the sense of when you can't control it, right? And so that's one thing that I learned to master. So August, like I said, I was not feeling well 100%. I worked when I could and I rest when I couldn't. So if you could be a fly on the wall, there were moments where I was on top of it, had energy, spoke to folks and said, hey, I feel great today. I'm going to get this done and that done. And then no sooner that I say, yeah, I can get this done, I can get that done. No sooner than that, I'm feeling drained, I'm feeling exhausted, and had to lay down. Now, back a couple of years ago, or whatever, I would that would have overwhelmed me with all the things that I knew I needed to get done and needed to get accomplished. It would have overwhelmed me. But sometimes you have to let go and let God. And you have to realize that you have to be fluid. If a change has to be made or adjustments have to be made, stop going always against the grain. If your body needs rest, rest. That's one thing I mastered. My mom, if you heard me along the way, if you read any of my books or you listened to me along the way, you know my mom was out of here by the time she was my age. I'm 53. She was gone by this time. And I believe that part of it had to do with, getting sick. She had cancer twice in her life. But another major, major part of it was, as I watched my mom, is she allowed too many things to be put on her plate that weren't necessary. And so that is my learning lesson from her. That's the wisdom I got, was to learn how to rest, and to realize when things are out of my control, to let go and truly let God and trust that He has you. And that's being fluid and just flowing with what's currently happening. When a season shifts and a season change, you can't stay in the past because that felt good. If you're stretching and growing, you have to be fluid enough to accept the fact that you're growing, you're expanding, you're changing, you're transforming. Changing in seasons is good because every season has its purpose. But make sure that you're calling out and you're asking for revelation on what the purpose was so that you can build up and increase, and be in better alignment with what it is that you're called and purpose to do. Folks said to me, "Oh, Marisa, I really feel bad that your power is out and you're going through the things." And one thing is, I like showers. So when the water was gone, as far as like using the bottled water and everything else, you when you're fluid, you learn how to work around it, right? So we didn't have water. So what I did was take the water and I created me a bath. Like, you take the washcloth, you wash your body, at least you feel a little clean. But you make lemonade out of lemons, right? So when people were saying to me, "Oh, Marisa, I feel bad. You're out. Your power's out. You're this and that," all I could think of was, in my area in the Dominican Republic, infrastructure is changing. It's transforming. So with that comes challenges, right? So when you think about the things that God allows us to see, right, for us to see, try to analyze them and compare them for what's going on specifically with you. So if there are changes, if there's challenges, how do you rise up and not be a complainer, but be transformed by the change, right? So I'm looking at, power being out. I'm looking at, the hurricane. Well, the hurricane, what it did was for me, and I feel bad for other people, and the disaster and things that it created for them. But for me, I was actually able to get air into my apartment with the breeze and everything else. And so I kind of looked at it from that perspective of saying, God, thank you that there's a breeze coming through, because it's extremely hot, in the DR this time of the year. I got the breeze through infrastructure and the power being out, but change is coming, growth is coming. There's an expectation of newness coming to the area that I'm in. And so, when you think about, circumstances that are beyond your control, when you think about, start looking at the positive. What can you actually gain? Yeah, it's an inconvenience on one end, but what is it saying? So, with that being said, even though I was not feeling well in August, I got a lot of rest because I had to rest. In September, even though the power was out, I was able to organize. I am set up. I've come from one country back to the US. And look, in all of what I had to do, no one helped me put these things up. I had to get here. I had to set up. I had to do, I wouldn't be able to do that if I had so many other things pulling from me. So you can look at situations and say, um, you can look at the cup half full, or you can look at the cup half empty. You can look at it as a threat, or you can look at it as an opportunity. You can look at it as a weakness or a shortcoming, or you can look at it as a strength. And so, what I say to you, as the seasons have changed and things are shifting, begin to look at the importance of being fluid, being able to go, not just go with the flow, but understand when it's time to shift in another direction and take an opportunity, to get yourself organized, to get focused, to get clarity, to get rest, to get strategy. Look at it as those seasons. So when God is shutting you down in one area, where is He waking you up in another? Or for those who don't believe in God, when nature or when the atmospheres or whatever it is you want to call is shutting something down in one area for you, how are you maximizing the moment in another area? Because that's what I did. I trusted God that He's going to keep everything in order while I shift like He's telling me to shift, as opposed to going against the grain. And so look at the cup half full and not half empty. October is a season of harvest. We look at the harvesting of the fields, we look at harvest seasons, all the browns, the oranges, the yellows, and everything is transitioning and changing. And so, as we look at harvest time, it's a time of season, it's a time of strategy. During this time of the year, and I'm closing out, I always look over the year and see what has transpired over the year. Have I accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish? Is there still time enough for me to get certain things done? And I also project into the coming year. I strategize on what am I looking for into the next year. And so that's what this is. Now you could do that. This platform is it's your life, so you want to do that with your life. Where are you and what you really wanted to align with in this year, and how do you still have a little stretch time to get that done? How do you either keep doing what you've been doing and stay on the right track, or if you've had some setbacks like I have, how do you regain your momentum? How do you regain your status so that you finish the year strong? You want to start doing that now. You want to quiet yourself out and do that now and strategize for the coming year. And so I want you to be inspired, be encouraged, understand that life happens, but you can make things happen inside of life happening if you keep the positive perspective. If you look at the glass half full and not half empty. Half full means you got provision. There's something that you can get out of that. Half empty means that you're running low. So you don't need to look at that. You need to look at what you can do. So I just hope that my words inspire you. I hope that you're encouraged to really, really enjoy life, enjoy the moments that you have, and always try to look at things from a positive perspective so that you continue to have the energy that's necessary for you to rise above your circumstances and get the things that you really want done. I hope my words inspired you. It's your life, own it. These are Monday motivational moments from Marissa, and I look forward to seeing you on some of the other platforms this week. We are going live on and I'm excited because in this season, I gained a heck of a lot of clarity and strategy. So I hope that you will continue to follow me on this journey because we are just getting started. Take care, be blessed. It's your life, own it.